Welcome to episode 4 of Bibs and Bad Ideas. Last week we met Heather. Heather runs Texas, and we learned how she decided to just change her life and do what she wanted to do. She became a runner, and now she's an ultra runner, marathoner, all this crazy stuff. So make sure you go check that episode out. And the week before, we talked to Chad, another awesome runner from Run
Yes.
Talk. And then Caleb, one of my co-hosts here, let us in on a little secret for 2026. So if you did not see that yet, you're going to want to check that out. We have Keith over here. Still, don't worry, he didn't go anywhere. And today we are going to meet Sarah Whitman from Run Talk. So just give us a second and we'll get her on.
Woo-hoo.
Woohoo!
Hello.
Hey there.
What's up?
So I've got the wonderful privilege of introducing our next guest. It's someone that I've followed since the early days of my Run Talk career. She's the kind of runner who doesn't just flirt with hard things. She commits to them. Like she'll talk about the rim to rim, hopefully, the calendar challenge, probably coming on this podcast, to name a few. She might also be one of the only people on the planet that sweats as much as I do, so it's probably a reason why, we connected. I know this because one time I posted about my right leg sweated more than my left leg, and she was the only person that found me not to be unhinged. So, anyways, she's incredibly humble. She's always smiling, unless you forget to spell her name with an H. Please join me in welcoming Sarah Whitman to the show.
Aw,
Sarah.
that was very nice. I feel like my path isn't very linear. Like it's just all over the place. Long distance running probably in the last 15 years has just been a thing for me. But prior to that, I played sports all growing up, but all team sports until high school when I did track. But yeah, my main thing was soccer growing up, and I played that in college, and then started having kids, and then I was working in a restaurant, and my boss was like, "Hey, there's this the Seattle Rock and Roll Marathon. It's their inaugural year. There's a band at every mile," and I was like, "Oh," she's like, "I'm going to do the half marathon. Sign up with me." And I was like, "Okay, but like if I do a half, like I think I'm going to be disappointed. Like I feel like I got to do the full." And like up to that point, I really hadn't done races. Like when I say I did track, my furthest distance was the 400. Like I did the 4x4. So like I didn't do distance running up to that point. So I signed up for the full and I did it, and it was pretty rough, but I did it. And then I probably took a really long break because I literally felt like I got hit by a truck. Like it took.
How long did you train for that?
Well, I did like the Hal Higdon program. I followed a training program and everything. But one day I was out playing soccer with my boys in the backyard, and I like kind of strained my groin, and I was like, whatever. And the next day I went out and ran 17 miles and like completely wrecked myself. So like after that, I didn't run more than 12 miles before the marathon, and it was like, I don't know, probably like still 8 weeks out. So like I was doing like bike and elliptical and all that stuff. So the day of the marathon, it was just a triumph to finish it. So I probably took a long break, and then running is just kind of come and gone. Like I don't know. My boys were very, very active in basketball. That was their thing. So we were always traveling and stuff like that. So it was really hard to make running a priority for me. Like I'd find ways to exercise and stay active, but yeah. I'm kind of an all or nothing.
And so you mentioned boys, so you have what, two boys?
I have two boys. They're 25 and 23.
Oh, wow, I
So
would never guess. 25 and 23? Okay.
yeah,
Wow, I would never guess. Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
yeah, they're adults. Yeah.
Okay.
So they got to the stage where they were, they're grown up. Like I think in 2021, my youngest was a senior in high school. And so I was like, okay, I need something. And it was, COVID, all of that stuff happening. And I'd always tried to run the year in miles. And so, I'd fail. Like I was like, I know it's like 5 to 6 miles a day. And I would start my chart. Like I'd have it all ready to go. And like a few weeks in, I'm like, screw it. And then I would like stop running for months. And so finally in 2021, there wasn't a lot to do. And so I just started running like crazy. And
So in 2021 is when you started, when you started creating your fabulous backdrop that you have?
well, no, so this is 2024 and this is 2025.
Okay.
But other than that, it was like a poster board that I graphed off. And then that was actually when I started TikTok. Like that's when I joined TikTok or started posting on TikTok. Like I'd been following people and you'd comment and stuff, but it was really scary to post.
It's really scary to go on there and put something there.
It's scary to put something out. So my first post was me with my little chart, like being like, hi, I'm Sarah. I'm trying to run the year in miles. And I had followed this gal that was on TikTok and she was going to do it. And one of my favorite comedians, he had said he was going to do it. And I was like, yeah, all right. And then they dropped off and I'm like, I'm still going. And it was just like, I don't know. It helped me with my consistency. And then Run Talk became such a huge thing to me, just the accountability aspect of it. And people started getting excited for me and just all these strangers from around the world. And it just felt so cool to like have this community, especially during that time where like you kind of felt like you were just kind of, I don't know. And where I live, everything was very shut down. So it was like a really great sense of community for me.
So how long does it take you to create those charts that are behind? Because that was one of the first, I remember when I saw that post, not this year's, but the last year's.
Yeah.
I was like, do you sell those? I mean, to me, it was fascinating. I was like, this is incredible.
So amazing.
And you're like, no, you just got to sit there and do all this stuff. I was like, no, I want you to sit there and do that and then sell it to me.
I totally would. If you want me to make one for you this year, I'll make you one. Not
Cool.
like a door, but like I'll make you a poster.
That's cool.
Yeah, it takes a while. I mean, and it's
so what you have there is is it like every day in the year and you plug in the number that you're doing, or what exactly is the chart?
every box is a mile. So
Okay.
Oh, cool.
so it has, this one goes all the way down to 61 on that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
every box
And then I
is
finished up
basically-
there.
So every one represents like a run,
mile.
basically. So like if you run 5 miles,
1
you just
mile.
add 5.
1 mile.
Oh,
One
okay.
individual mile.
Yeah, so like 970, 971, 72, 73, 74. That was a run right there.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, she does different colors for different runs.
Yeah.
So, one box
yeah.
per mile, but a color per run.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very
Interesting.
cool.
My
Yeah.
OCD is
What
like
happens if
very
you run
happy.
out of boxes? Let's say you run 4,000 miles.
So I had
Is
to
this
start-
how you keep yourself modest?
I had to start over at the top here because I had some
Okay.
space,
Okay.
and I created 4 more lines so I could finish off the year.
Oh, that's
So,
amazing.
yeah.
So you hit, what you're saying is you hit 2,461 miles this year.
I hit 2,521.
Wow, that's amazing. Good job.
That's
Yeah.
According to this, and something that bothers a lot of people is that, okay, so if I do 3.2 miles, it's 3 miles. Like I don't
Oh.
take that 0.2 and bank
add
it
up
for tomorrow.
together. Oh, okay.
So
I don't do
you're-
that.
You're like the super Strava tax is what you're saying.
It
Jesus.
drives some people
Everybody who
crazy.
uses the app, it calculates everything cumulative. So
Yeah, no, but Strava will always jip you
Oh,
like
yeah.
0.01.
Yeah, you're
you know, it's
losing.
like,
she's
Couple
losing
miles.
even more than
Yeah.
that. Yeah, so you're right. She's ultra.
Yeah. But Strava, so Strava has me hitting my mileage more than what my actual
probably
chart shows.
substantially more.
So anyhow, those are my charts. It's like kind of I'm a very visual person. So
Yeah,
like,
that's awesome. So
I-
what does your husband? His name is Marty, right?
yeah.
What what does he think about your chart and all of the visual stuff that you need as far as like I'm sure he's very supportive because I always see him in runs with you, and so
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he just thinks I'm kind of neurotic with it, which I am,
Yeah,
but
I mean, you have to be. We're
He's a
all kind of
runner,
neurotic
right?
in some way, so
he has come to running. But so he and I
Because of
have,
you.
oh, no, not even because of me. That's the insulting part. I mean, I'm like, hi. We've been together since I was 15 years old.
Okay.
Like, we were high school sweethearts. And so he didn't come to like even exercising. Like, I mean, he would do weight training in high school and stuff like that. But he came to running, I would say 3 or 4 years ago. Like, he was a smoker. Like, it was always this little joke that he was sitting there with a cigarette watching me run, and he was
he
at
was
the
still
finish
encouraging you.
line.
Though. He was supporting you.
He was
Uh-huh.
supporting me, but
Yep.
like, it was this little joke that people would
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, Marty, when are you gonna go out for a run with Sarah?" And I was like, "Haha, funny." And I would always be like, "You want to go for a run?" Never, never, never. And then he got injured, and we had a friend who is a physical therapist, and he just kind of got a bug in his ear and got him going. And yeah, now he'll go out for runs. I would have never, ever in my wildest dreams believed that he would be out running with me. And now I get him out running every once in a while.
Yeah,
So
so
it's awesome.
Very cool.
those are probably the runs that you probably enjoy the most.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Yeah. Yeah. And at first he was kind of like, he was cautious about it. Like, he would just be like, "I don't want to slow you down." I'm like, "No, I don't like this." And I love it. I just love that we can go out and like hit the trails and stuff like that and just go and enjoy what's around us and everything. And it's my love. And so to see him finally experiencing it, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, get to share that now is awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's
No, I
awesome.
totally love it. So yeah.
That's amazing. So I know one of the things that you did is we touched about it a little bit was the calendar challenge, and you did that in February of this past year, as of yesterday. But can you? I know it was probably like 309 miles or something. I'm a very numerical person, so I remember certain things like that. Um,
400 and 407 miles.
oh, you ran 407 miles that month?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Holy smoke.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, that was crazy. So
Some
yeah.
people- some people don't run that in their
407.
entire lives.
Yeah. So
What month was that?
that
It was February.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so if you're going to do it, Caleb, February is probably the month you want to do it because
So that's an average of 14 and a half miles a day.
yeah, and once she
Starts
hit,
out really slow and it ends not so.
Yeah.
and that was probably the hard part is when you probably started out, you were probably like the first 3 or 4 days you're like 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile. You're
Like,
probably
I
like,
wish I could just stack it up, I'm sure, yeah.
Oh, so it's a progression.
Yeah,
by
so
the time-
you run the day of the calendar on the calendar. So if it's the first, you're running 1 mile, then 2 miles, then 3, then 4. So by the end, you're doing
3 marathons.
20, 21, 22, 23,
Yeah.
24, like all the way to 28. So the first day I did 2 miles. Like, I was just like, yeah, I can't just do one. I did 2. And yeah, I think it was like snowing or something. I was like, "Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, get out here and do
Right.
that."
And I know you have a treadmill in your garage, right?
I do. Yeah.
A
So
lot of it was on that, right?
a lot
yeah.
of it was treadmill miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
And
And
that's,
Even more impressive.
And
I don't
and,
know. I love a treadmill run.
Yeah,
You
That's also
too.
why that's also why we get together. You know, we get along so well. But the one thing people don't realize is that during that month, like half your family was sick too, weren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's you get to like day 20, and then people are getting sick, and you're like walking around with hand sanitizer everywhere. You know,
I
I'm
was
just
just
saying.
walking around. Honestly, I was just walking around cursing people, being like, "If you bleep, 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 get me sick right now, I swear to goodness, it is
Yeah,
like."
because you make it that far.
yeah, you want to avoid everybody. It's like
Like, lock yourself
Yeah.
in a room.
yeah.
Pretty much. I was like sleeping next to Marty, and as he's like just hacking up a lung, and I'm just like, "Oh my gosh!"
That's when you go sleep on the sofa or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got priorities.
I'm
I got
300
things.
miles
I got
deep.
miles to run. What's that?
Miles
Sorry.
do.
It's like I'm 300 miles deep. I'm not risking it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you
No.
get to and it's not like the progression. It's not like it's going from 28 to 1. You know, you're getting to 25, the 25th day of the month. You're like, I got to do 26 tomorrow, and then you're like, and then 27, and you're like, it's just,
Yeah.
it's
I can't
brutal.
even imagine doing that.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was
It's
really, really crazy. And it honestly was my life for that last couple of weeks.
Yeah, how could you do like anything else but eat and then do the mileage?
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely absorbs your entire body probably, and it's had to be so hard mentally on top of physically.
And you work like a full-time regular job during the week, so it's
Yeah.
People misspell our name. Don't you remember that? They misspell our name, and that's all those miles are coming back at that moment. Spell with an H.
Yeah, I don't think I was probably a very good person to be around because I was working. I think there was a few days where I was like, hey, I have to run this morning, so I'm going to be a couple hours late this morning to work or something like that. And my boss is really great about that. She's, whatever you got to do. So that was nice. But yeah, that was probably one of the hardest challenges that I have ever completed, I would say.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. And I don't know, after it, I was like, I'll never, ever do that again.
I was just going to ask
ever.
That's a one and done kind of thing for sure.
Yeah.
But now you're picking August because it's got 31 days, and it's
oh my gosh, I would not do August around here and for anything.
Where do you live? I don't even know where you live. I know you're like
in the
west.
heat inside.
Yeah, I'm in Washington State, and
Okay.
I swear August we get the forest fires and smoke, and it gets miserable. So,
Okay.
and then heat on top of that. But if I were to do it again, I would want to do it all outside for some reason in my head.
Just make it harder on yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Because honestly, the treadmill did feel somewhat easier with that kind of a thing, just because you had access to everything the whole time. I had my setup. I had a shelf set up next to me where I had my fuel and I had towels and all that stuff. So
you're like describing heaven to me. But go on.
yeah. You just have the whole setup. So if you go outside, right, you add that added element where you have to really plan as far as loops and having access to refilling on fuel and all of that stuff. So I don't know.
I do have a burning question. Do you have a name for your treadmill?
I don't. Right now it's Dead. Marty is so mad at me.
That's a good name, Dead. I mean,
he's like, he was like, we need a new treadmill, because that was what got him in. He would do all the stuff on the treadmill, where you'd follow. I forget what it's called. The iFit, where where you go along with somebody and they talk about the area you're walking and hiking through and everything. And so we got our treadmill, I think 2022, and it's already dead. And he's like, if we get another treadmill, you're not running marathons on it all the time. And I'm like, that's what it's for.
Right?
I literally had smoke coming off my motor on the one in Texas. We got the extended warranty, and they replaced everything 3 times. So
nice. Yeah, I think the next one will definitely come with a warranty.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, I burn them up.
Yeah.
I think it's a sweat, honestly, Keith.
Well,
Like you talked about, we both sweat so much.
Yeah.
Well, and you're also running, both of you run an outrageous amount of miles. So let's not put that, down at all.
Okay.
I have more miles in July than I have for the whole year.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a
bad
thing.
It's
Hats off to both of you.
Well, you have done something that I have not been able to do, and we can talk about that.
Yeah. I just want to go on record too. Sarah's on my team. I don't know what we're doing, but I'm recruiting her right now because she's a bad boop. But she's on my team. I got dibs.
We're teaming up.
If you're with it, I'm locking it in.
I'll get the popcorn. Whatever you guys are talking about sounds interesting. So I know that another challenge that you did was the rim to rim, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
And I think didn't you do that, Caleb? Haven't you done that?
Yeah.
before?
What did you do? Rim to rim, or was it rim to rim to rim?
So this is the sore subject, but I'm totally willing to talk about it.
Okay.
No
So
longer
I
on the
did.
same team. No longer on the same team.
Nope,
We totally are. We
Keith
totally
brought it
are. I
up,
didn't
not me.
realize. Yeah. No, so I have this group of friends and we're at one point all of us had boys that were on the same basketball team and we were at a basketball tournament and one year my one of the moms was like, "Hey, we should do the rim to rim. It's the Grand Canyon. You run across the Grand Canyon." And I was like, "Oh, wow, yeah." And I had never done any trail running at that point. And even leading up to it, we didn't, I think I went on a trail maybe twice before we went and did it. And so that was 13 years ago. And so we went and we did the rim to rim, started at we traveled over to the North Rim and then hiked down and then came up the South Rim on the South Kaibab.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since I did that, I was like, I want to go back and I want to do the rim to rim to rim. And so that's been like a bucket list thing. And this group of friends, we call our, we're coined the X girls because one of my friend's dad would always pop up and show up to one of our adventures, and he would always hype us up, and he would go on parts of the hike and he'd tell people like, look out for the extreme girls. And so he called us the X girls. And so ever since we've been called the X girls. And so we've done these different things. So we did the Grand Canyon was first, and we did Mount San Jacinto, which is down in Palm Springs. So that's, you get like 10,000 feet of elevation gain in that. And then we did, bless you.
Was in tight.
And we did Zion Traverse, which is like 50 miles across. And then we did Bryce Canyon, and we did the Three Saints, which is 3 different summits down in California. And then this last year, they were like, Sarah, we know you've always wanted to do rim to rim to rim. So like, let's do it. This is the year to do it.
Oh.
And so I was like, all right. And I had trained like crazy. And it didn't happen.
So now now that you guys were the X girls, now you guys are the X friends.
No, I was a pretty bad friend. I was a pretty bad friend because they finished it and I was the only one that didn't. And it was really tough. I'll probably tear up a little bit.
Oh, no, that's okay. So the rim to rim to rim, that's like the canyon, right? The Grand Canyon, or is it?
Yeah, it's the Grand Canyon.
So it's a Grand Canyon. So what we did was we started on the South Rim, and the idea was to drop down and then come up the North Rim, and then you drop. Do you have the map?
So this is actually a gift for you.
Aw.
Different colors. It's the Grand Canyon with the strawberry root of the rim to rim to rim.
Oh, no way.
The rim to rim. So.
That's awesome.
But for sake of your story, y'all started over here, and that's Bright Angel, I think. Then North Kebab or South Kebab.
Yeah. So yeah, we started on the South Rim. So going into it, so that calendar run really wrecked my feet.
Oh,
like
sure.
I started having some issues with my feet, and I was trying to like work through it for a couple of months, and even leading up to it, like, and then I started feeling sick, and I started like, I have a sensitive stomach, and I like got, nothing could stay in me. Everything was just running right through me that whole week leading up to it. And it was supposed to be, I think, like 105, 110 at the bottom of the canyon that day that we were going. And so like, I was like glued in to the temperatures and paying attention to that. And I don't deal very well with the heat. My body just, I'm not acclimated to that. And I run a lot in the morning where it's cooler. All of the things that just served up for not a great day for me. And my friends were just like coming from different points in their journey and everything. And they, super, super supportive, but I think we lacked some communication on some things. They kept on thinking that they would be holding me back from doing what I wanted to do. And I was like, no, I want to do this together. Like, And then they kept on saying, no, Sarah, you need to just go and do it because we don't even know if we're going to be able to finish it. And so then like they would just be like, go, go, go. And so day of, I hadn't really communicated to them that I hadn't been feeling well leading up to it. And that morning, I honestly did feel like I was back to normal. Like my system felt good. I felt good. And then I went out and I overheated. Like I got dehydrated.
Yeah.
I can't remember how far out I stopped being able to take in any fluids and any calories or anything. And so I came out the top. I got to the end, and we had one friend that had driven around to the North Rim, and she was gonna like refuel us and do all of that stuff. And I got to the top, and I was just like, I'm done. Like I can't go back. And then all of a sudden my body just started seizing. Like I started getting cramps like I've never felt like through my legs and everything. And it took probably another hour for the next group of my friends to come out of the canyon. And by that time I was just like, no, I can't. It'd be stupid for me to go back at this point to even try.
You were having a medical event.
I mean, that's like a terrifying thing to happen, you know.
Yeah. And it was just one of those things that it was like, at that point, I was like, okay, I have to be smart about this because if I go down, like I have to come back out. And that's the thing is that on the Grand Canyon, it's an emergency rescue at that point if something goes wrong.
That's $45,000, mind you.
Yeah. So it's not an option of coming out. Like one way or another, you got to get out of there. And I had the option. I had the decision to make. Like it's optional to go back, but I have to get back out, and I had to make the decision to call it.
You made the right. I mean, honestly, you probably shouldn't have even started it. I mean, you were that sick even before you started, which was.
It was so brutal, though. I felt really good until like.
Yeah, that's not the type of thing you just plan, yesterday, right? So you wanted so hard to hold on to it, I'm sure.
Yeah. It was after that, and then it took them, by the time everybody came up and out, everybody sat there and they were just like, why aren't you going back? And I'm like, I can't, you guys. Like I can't.
And if you're saying that, I mean,
they're probably not used to hearing that from you, I'm sure.
Yeah. 1,000%. And for me, it was just this massive battle going on in my head and my heart. And so, seeing them drop back down and do it was really hard. And I was not a good person.
No, that's understandable. I mean, you've been training all that time. How much time happened between the calendar challenge, like, so I guess end of February, to the time
there was a good amount of time. So that was, the calendar run was February, right? So February, March, April, and then May is when we did it.
Okay.
Is when we did the Grand Canyon. So. But
you were dealing with injury. I mean, because you basically ran 4 or 5 marathons back to in a row.
Yeah.
And, well, I'm just saying from the calendar.
I know.
And it takes your body a long time to recover from something like that.
Yeah.
And not to mention, you also have a run streak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just saying. So, you realistically, come the day of the rim to rim to rim, most people probably would just be like, I'm not even going to attempt it. But I mean, the fact that you still even gave it a go and made it, I guess, halfway or however far is very impressive.
I appreciate that.
And
Thank you.
I want to go.
have no doubt you'll do it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Is that the team thing you guys are talking about now?
Maybe we got to wait. Closed right now, but I am going back. So
that's the hardest part, is that like as soon as it happened and like it was done, I had so many people. Everybody's so amazing. Like even my friends, they were very thoughtful, and I was trying to be able to celebrate their accomplishment too, but also I was in such a negative space. But I had so many people reach out and be like, hey, like, I want to do that. Like, maybe we could do that. And I was like, yeah, excited. And then they had this massive fire that came through there, and just, oh my gosh. Yeah, they're going to take a while. It's going to be a while till they open back up for that.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. And keep in mind, you grow from failure. even though
Yes.
that's not really a failure. I mean, you're gonna, and when you actually do it, it's gonna be that much sweeter. So
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's going to be a huge celebration when it's done. Yeah. And I will go back. I'll do it again. I'll complete it. I have no doubt about that. It's just something that's still like, ugh, that little like,
you got it. That'll drive you though.
I don't know.
I know the
Oh
type
yeah.
of person you are, so you'll do it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to
No.
brag on Sarah too because like you'll know exactly what I'm talking about saying this stuff. The Grand Canyon in your mind and when you actually get in the canyon is
Yeah.
way different ballparks.
Yeah.
Like there's steep and then there's Grand Canyon steep. So
Yeah.
when you're making either climb out, it's it's like more straight up than that wall. 'Cause you're like, sweet, we got 2 miles to go, and it takes you 4 hours to go,
Yeah.
like moving. And
Yeah.
there was a spot, like, I'm not joking or exaggerating. My knee knocked the headlamp off of my head
Yeah.
because it's not just like little steps. You're talking like 3 foot steps that are broken
Yeah.
and it's super dusty. Like, so unless
Yeah.
you got gaiters on your shoes, you're probably in trouble. And if you don't have an extra pair of socks, you're screwed. So,
Well, you need the extra socks for Code Brown too, don't you?
well, maybe 2 pair then. And to your point, the only water source is coming from spigots.
Yeah.
So, like, it's one thing to drink hot water, but the average person thinks, like, yeah, I can drink kind of hot water. Well, when it's 115 degrees and you're already dehydrated, that water's running through pipes that are like you have to force yourself to drink
Yeah, boiling
Yeah.
basically.
and you never know if the spigot's working or not. Every trip
Yeah.
I've been on, one of them was busted. So you're like,
Yeah.
it's 15 miles and I'm out of water. Like,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of stuff that doesn't get mentioned. And people that's just been to the Grand Canyon, you like look over the edge and you're like, well, there's the bottom. That's not the bottom. That's a third of the way down, and you
Yeah.
can't see the bottom.
I went to the Grand Canyon like 1991 on spring break, and we went down with me and my 3 friends. We went down to the point where it says anything beyond this point, you really should have a lot of water and all that stuff. And we're like looking at each other like we just have beer. We should probably not go any further. I mean, this is not probably smart, you know. So we went a little further, and then we went back up, and
Yeah.
so
People get in
Yeah.
trouble every day because, like, you go down and it's like amazing, it's beautiful and it's
yeah.
easy, and then you
Yeah,
turn
you probably
around and
don't
you're
even
like,
realize it. Just keep like,
oh my, yeah, you go down 2 miles in 15, 20 minutes because it's
Oh no,
switchbacks. You turn around, you're like, I thought
Yeah.
this would be a 30-minute climb out, and 3 hours later, you got a mile left to go still. Like,
Yeah.
it's,
No, that's what a lot of people have told me where they're like, I just went like to the ooh ah point and then it took me like so long to get back out, like let alone, and that's just like what, 2 miles in?
yeah.
Yeah. But it's beautiful. It's amazing. I would like, yeah. I'm excited to do it again.
so
Me
is
too.
it
We
is
may have to
it is
link
it
up
just
on
like
that.
you know you can do it anytime you want, or there's an actual event? I
It's
assume, right?
no, it's actually illegal to do, or highly discouraged, I should say. Nope.
Disclaimer at bottom: we do
Yeah.
not let anyone.
do not attempt this
It's
at
a
home. We
it's a
said
bah-
before the whole podcast was do not attempt at home. So.
yes. Probably a bad idea, but like excellent idea if you're.
Unless,
They have a
unless you
book
need
behind the
alcohol, not
counter.
a good idea. That's probably why they say it's illegal.
Yep.
But yeah,
So they sell. You can do rim to rim, and highly advise you like go to Phantom Ranch and spend the night for that. But like if you're doing rim to rim to rim, you don't tell nobody because if a park ranger knows about it, like they'll stop you. The hardest part's the lodging and just the coordination because like it stays booked up. So unless you have it like called and called and called and got a reservation like a year in advance,
jeez.
it's it's hard. It's easier for rim to rim to rim to rim. Just that shuttle she was talking about, finding a room
Yeah.
over there is like, well, it was almost impossible. Now supposedly they're rebuilding the whole thing, and so fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna bottleneck up like everybody who wants to do
Yeah.
it is
Like
like
it's
once they open it, it's gonna be
Uh,
pretty crazy to go do it. But I was surprised how many people were actually doing it when we went.
I
But
I do want your opinion on this. I've done it two and a half times. My last one was a rescue mission, so I had to.
Oh,
So I feel you on that. So much goes into it, but obviously
yeah.
medical stuff like takes top priority, and everything else goes out the window. And it was my dad, so like I'm not gonna leave him down there.
Oh,
But
How big is your inheritance?
it's
I'm
not
just
looking
playing.
good. That's big enough.
Awkward, but he's okay, Keith. Don't ask him.
He did an
Ask him
Ironman
about
after, so it's not
I
looking
know.
good. That's why I say that. Um, I've done it in two different size groups, and kind of for anybody that listens to this and it's like, I want to, I highly discourage ever having a group bigger than six
yeah.
to do that. Um, just wanted your takes on that and opinion, just because like people will look at you, and it's always one of those things like you got five people, and you're like, we need one more, and then five more show up, and you're like it's a huge. I think it's a huge bad idea because there's so many unknowns, and if one person
So
gets
so
hurt,
that's a challenge where it's like the weakest link could
yeah,
could really damage the whole
yes,
team.
1000%.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So the first time that we went and did it, I want to say there was 7 of us when we did the rim to rim. And one of my friends rolled her ankle like 4 miles into it.
Oh,
And
Golly.
okay, so I love, you learn. And everybody was like, we need to make sure everybody brings medical supplies. And I'm like an overthinker, like I
Mm.
ultimate overthinker. So I'm like, everybody has to have an ace bandage. Everybody has to have like all the things. And I think we only had, out of the 7 of us, had 2 ace bandages. And so like I wrapped her ankle up and we kept going. And then at the bottom, right before we hit Phantom Ranch, or before we hit Ribbon Falls, because Ribbon Falls was open at that point. You could have easy access to that. Um, my other friend, her knee went out on her. And so we were a raggedy group by the time we got back up. And like my one friend with her knee, like she was sidestepping her leg up the whole way out,
I
like a
don't know.
bright angel. Like it was crazy. And I think I may have said wrong earlier. We did the North Rim and we came up Bright Angel. So, yeah, anyhow, we
The
got
hard
out
one
of
out.
there. What's that?
That's the hard climb out.
Yeah, it's longer, but not as steep, but it has water access.
Yes. Hmm.
was the thinking. So they all made it out, but like that's scary when like somebody gets hurt down in something like that, because yeah, it was brutal.
You get
And
them
we,
out, or they call a helicopter for 45 grand. Like that's your
yeah,
two options.
yeah, we just took our time and got out on that one. And my one friend's ankle was like this by the time she got out. It was so bad. She never went back on any of the additional adventures with us after that one.
She's an ex girl.
She was with us before we got coined the X
Oh,
Girls.
okay.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
all amazing women, all amazing women.
yeah, they
and
sound awesome.
yeah, a
Just
really
to do
cool
all
group of
those amazing things, they have to
Yeah.
be a cool group of people for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I love them dearly. They're like sisters. So yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
But
So I know that there was one marathon that you did recently also, where I think it was in Washington, where you ran through a tunnel and a
Yeah.
headlamp. And it was, I can't remember, but you said it was like you had to run for like a couple miles in the
Yeah.
dark, right?
Yeah.
Can you
So
like give us details on that?
yeah, so it's actually a really popular course because it's a downhill course. So it starts at a ski resort and then you do a
Hmm.
gradual descent. So on this one, because they do a lot of different courses on it, it's a huge Boston qualifier for people. But the one I did, you do a little out and back before you go through the tunnel. So it's flat for like the first 5 miles. And then you come back past where you start, and then you go into the tunnel, and it's 2 miles ish, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Pitch black. So you have to wear a headlamp. And then once you get through the tunnel, then it just gradually you start going down. And it's over old train trestles. There's bridges. It's along the mountainside. It's here in Washington State. It's beautiful. Like, I love it. It was actually the third time I've done that course. And it rained the entire time and I was in heaven. It was so perfect. That was my perfect race.
So it rained outside of the tunnel. Then inside the tunnel, it's completely dark.
Completely dark, and you have water dripping down on you, which is kind of eerie inside of a tunnel.
Oh.
Yeah, just a little eerie.
So I take it there's no aid stations in the tunnel too, right?
None.
I can just imagine that, an aid station, people are like, man, we need people to come by so we can have some light,
Yeah, no. And it was crazy. The first year I did it, they would collect your headlamps, and then there was just like a bucket outside of the tunnel and you could just drop it and then pick it up at the end. But by the time the last two that I did, they were like, no, we're not trying to return these to you because that's just too big of a pain in the butt. Yeah. So
people get annoyed, I'm sure. So there's probably an ordeal.
There's so many brands of headlamps.
Yeah. So you carry it, or you they had a box, but then you don't get it back after. Yeah. And so then before the race, because they do so many of these races, they'd have a box where you could just grab one, but you don't know if they're charged or not. Oh. So it's like Russian roulette, right? And last minute I was like, oh, I think I'll go with that one. So I got it, but it did not give off a good beam. And so I'm just it's crazy, but I highly recommend it. It's an amazing course.
It sounds like a fun race.
It is. What's the name of it again?
So I've done 3 different marathons on it, and they're all different names. So it's the Jack and Jill downhill, or the Cascade Express, and then the other one is this year they changed it to the Super Hayak Marathon. It's a Hayak Trail is what it is. But I signed up for 2 marathons for 2026, and they're both on that trail because I love it so much.
Oh, that's exciting.
But it has rained so much that the trails got really damaged. So they're trying to figure out if they can still do it this year. They've talked about closing down the trail for the entirety of 2026.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
I know. It's a very fun course. I was thinking, if there was to be a Run Talk meetup here in Washington, that would be one. Either that or the Rainier Ragnar, the trail. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. Trail Ragnar.
I'm all about doing Ragnar.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
So you mentioned.
I know our group has talked about trying to get everybody to do a Ragnar.
Yeah. So I know you just mentioned about Run Talk meetups, and you just met up with some in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
So who all was in Chicago?
So many people. Okay. Yeah. That was better than the marathon itself.
Yeah. Usually
I have followed some of those people for the last 5 years. There's people that I've been friends with on the TikTok app for that long, and always would love to do get-togethers, but it gets hard when you're I don't know. Yeah, it's expensive to travel, so trying to make those things happen.
Was that your first official meetup with some other Run Talkers, or?
No, I had met up with a few other Run Talk people outside of that. Some people that aren't really on TikTok as much anymore, mostly. But that was the biggest one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was huge. I think it's you're unable to count the amount of people that were.
Oh wow!
I want to say there was
at least 6 or 7.
I think there was 50 or we had the Run Talk party. They did a Run Talk party at Billy's. Do you guys follow Billy?
Yeah, he opened up his house, right?
He opened up his house. Yeah, and there was, I think, 6 of them that put it together. It was Lauren, Milo, Cynthia, Jessica, Billy. And I'm sure I'm leaving somebody out.
That's awesome.
They put it all together. They brought in brands that had swag bags for everybody, and then they had they did raffles with lots of awesome giveaways and stuff. And that was by far, it was amazing. At one point, Kelly, I think it's Kelly runs DFL. I don't know if you guys follow her. She was like, it's like walking into a TikTok. It's so crazy. It's like, you're just like, oh my gosh, there's Cynthia. Oh my gosh, there's Billy. Oh my gosh, there's like everybody. Like,
Yeah.
like there's Todd. I like all of these people. You're just like, it's overwhelming.
Overwhelming positivity too.
Yes,
Like that.
exactly.
So
Yeah, in the
That's the
best way
thing.
possible, for sure.
Yeah. And I've like communicated with these people for so long, and to finally like be able to give them hugs and to be able to just sit there and talk to them one-on-one, like you get to know people to a certain aspect with TikTok, but like I mean, I'm doing like 30-second videos, right? Like how much can you like you go back in comments and stuff, but I don't know. It was the coolest, and like probably I would sit there and do that for 3 days and just not even run the race. It was so fun.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking to like the choir here. Like,
yes,
we all like, if you can do a Run Talk meetup with anyone, like it's probably worth it. Everyone's so cool. You end up having the best time. You don't do anything you planned because there's no time, because everyone's just so excited to see everybody. Like,
yes.
Well, the one thing you do is like you're having lunch. And you're like, what are we doing for dinner? It's like,
right, we just do food.
Not even done eating.
Run.
Run a little in between.
Yeah, no. When you guys did that one meetup, where was that at? I forget.
Ann Arbor.
I keep on wanting to say Martha's Vineyard, but it was Ann Arbor.
Nice. Let's do that.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Ann Arbor. When I saw you guys do that like made me so happy. I just thought that was so cool. Like,
it was a blast,
so cool.
and it just happened. Like, I don't even know. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's like, oh, we all made it. Like,
Yeah, I decided
Chicago too.
2
I'm
days
sure.
before.
Like, it started small.
Yeah. How many of there was like 9 or 10 of you guys or more? Was there like 12 or 15?
14, I think, came or something like that. I think.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that was crazy.
And they had like, so did they have multiple different distances for that one?
Yeah. So they had the what is it, 5K, 10K,
5K.
half marathon.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was good. It was made it easier so that like everybody could, pick a race, or if
Oh,
they
totally.
It was.
Did you guys all stay together? Like, did you guys get?
No, we all had like different hotels actually.
Yeah, and we all got there differently. So like I drove from North Carolina to Maryland, and I never met RJ before. Picked Dre up from the airport.
Yeah.
Then we all drove. The three of us drove to Michigan, like
I flew
a
alone.
road trip. And the whole time I'm like, this could go really bad. I'm gonna be stuck with these people, And I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, one of us could be a serial killer, I'm like,
It's
all
worth
right,
the risk for the
why not?
story.
Let's go for it.
It was.
Yes.
It was fun.
I love that. I know Marty was very wary about it. That was one of the funniest things. Was I signed up for Chicago, and Caleb, I know you're running Chicago. I'm excited for you and for your cause for that. That's amazing. Suicide has touched my family in a few ways, and so my heart goes out to you and all of that. And I think that's an awesome cause. And Chicago is amazing. I entered the lottery just thinking, Run Talk get together looks like so much fun. They get to do this. This looks amazing. I at least have to throw my name in the
Give it a shot.
in the
I think
hat.
we all did. I mean, I did too. So did Dan. I think you did too.
No, I
didn't
think
you,
she's
Danielle?
talking about last year, right?
I'm
Oh.
talking about last year, like the
okay.
first year. And I was like, if it happens, it happens. If not, it not, like whatever. And then I got the email that I got in, and I was like, oh, I have to tell Marty now. Like, he doesn't know. And like,
And he's like, he doesn't know all these crazy people on TikTok either.
oh yeah. Yeah. He's just like, that is ridiculous. He's like, you don't even know any of these people. I'm like, I do though. I do.
Yeah.
And I like stayed with Cynthia, like who I've never met in person before. Like I had Lauren picking me up from the airport and like doing all these things. And he was just like, you're crazy. Like I just had to, it was like something I just had to ask for forgiveness after the fact. But that's what I love.
After you had already gotten accepted, that's what
Yeah.
you asked.
Yeah.
But he was great. He after the fact, he was just like, he saw how much that filled my heart and everything.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
he was happy for me, and he cheered me on that whole race. He helped pull me through that because that ended up not being the greatest race for me, but it was an amazing experience overall.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
And
yeah,
really, that's probably way more valuable than
yeah,
you know a PR, in my opinion.
yeah.
But yeah.
For sure.
Oh, fully. No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't take it back for a minute, but yeah, it's an amazing race.
So
And then along
go
with
ahead.
Run Talk, you do yearly the Run Talk 5K, and you get everybody all like joined together doing that. I love that.
Yeah, I've tried. So it started off back in 2021. There was this gal, Rachel, that I think she's more on Instagram now. She's from Ireland, and she started this, like, did a Run Talk 5K and put together little collaboration videos like you do with the Twirl Tuesday. And everybody would use their little hashtag. And then I kind of just took it and kind of rolled with it. And I would do it every once in a while. And every once in a while, nice twirl there.
Sorry.
No, it's
No,
good.
So, anyways,
But,
go on. So,
yeah.
when is the 5K?
Oh, we need to do another one. I don't know. It's just kind of a random thing that, like, we would just be like, hey, we haven't done one for a while. We should do another one, and just come up with a hashtag, and everybody uses it. And then usually you pick a weekend, and it's just like,
When was the
okay, you
last time
do
you did it?
Saturday or Sunday, you go out and run 5K, put together a video, tag me, use a hashtag, and then
Cool.
it gives everybody an opportunity to find new people and
Yeah,
to
no, that's
also just feel like a community, like feel like you're doing something together.
Yeah, this
Like
So
year
your
Twirl
we have
Tuesday.
tons of
so your
new
homework
growth.
after this is to create the date for us.
Yes, I will. I'll come up with one. I was just thinking about it because I was like, we should have done like a jingle 5K for this year,
Yeah.
but it didn't
We
happen.
could do
but
like a Valentine's Day
yes, yes.
the next
And
day, right?
Danyelle, I have to give you so much kudos for every Tuesday putting together those videos, because that is not a small feat. That's a lot of work. That is a lot of work.
And it's getting to be more like the more people that are doing it, so it is a lot. I appreciate it though. It's fun.
It brings so much joy, and so I'm sure it's something that you never want to let go of that. I would totally understand if you had to let it go, but or maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
But
this week was subpar. Like put everybody in one video. I was like, sorry guys.
no,
That's okay.
no apologies needed. You
Right.
should maybe just do what works for you. But I know that so many people have commented on my thing, and they're like, oh, I'm definitely bringing Twirl Tuesday into 2026, and that's something that you started, and I think it's such a beautiful thing. And
It's awesome. It's so amazing.
yeah,
I love seeing like the smiles, like as I do the videos, like editing
yeah,
them, like one smile to the next. It's amazing. I love that.
yeah.
It's awesome.
So what you're
It's
saying is next time I do it, I shouldn't smile.
yeah, mean mug the whole way, just
He
like
already does mean mugging. It's
Gotta get my stick.
I don't think I could try and mean mug one
right?
through.
Sarah mean mugging.
Yeah,
Me
I don't
and
think
Sarah
so.
mean mugging would probably be just very comical, I think.
Yeah, it would be.
It really would be. I can't stop right now. You guys are making
So Danielle was also, she mentioned something to me about something called the Markathon. Is that
Oh yeah.
so? I don't even know what that is. So
Yeah, I
can
don't
you?
either.
So
Can you?
Markathon, that I don't know if you follow him. His name's Owen. He is over in the UK,
Oh yeah,
and
I
he
know.
introduced me to it. And it's the month of December. It's either 25 minutes or 3 miles every day of the month, whatever comes first, the 3 miles or the 25 minutes. And the idea is you're supposed to run them all outside. If you don't run on the treadmill regularly, don't start for Markathon type thing.
Okay.
And so, I don't know. It didn't seem like a big deal at the beginning, but then I
It's a
schedule
hard
my
month. I think that's like the whole purpose, right?
yeah,
It's a hard month to
yeah,
stay active and keep it going. Yeah.
with the
So
holidays, with everything that's happening. So, yeah, so I did it, and I was able to do all 31 days outside. So that was cool. And I even worked it around having my colonoscopy yesterday. So that's cool.
very
You know, I
impressive.
actually thought, I was like, man, should have her do the colonoscopy on. Then I was like, I told my daughter that. She was like,
No.
He's not in
no,
charge of
stop.
getting views, just so.
You can edit that part out, Danielle. I'm sorry.
No, that's hilarious. No, I left my phone and my purse with Marty when I went back. I was like, I am not taking this with me.
No need for that on Run Talk.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants to see that.
Yeah. So I do. I mentioned to you before the 4x4x48. Have you ever done that?
I did. Yeah.
Oh God, my gosh, you've done every single
I was gonna
challenge.
say
It's a
she's
good
done
one.
everything.
I did
Jesus.
that in 2021 and I've been wanting to do it again since.
Okay, so let me
Uh,
know when you. I just have to get past
I would love
February,
to
and
do
then
that too. That's amazing.
yeah. So
You should
past
do.
once I get past February, I'm all in on that. I would love to do that.
Yeah. It's a
What's
great
going on in
challenge.
February?
Yeah.
What's that?
What's going on in February?
I'm trying to qualify for Boston, so we'll see.
Ooh,
Yeah, we'll see.
Gotta
So
announce
what
it
is
to the
it-
world. Put it out there. Manifest it.
manifest that for
It's just gonna
sure.
happen.
That is,
I just have the attitude I expect it to happen. So it's
yeah,
gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
you're
He'll
gonna
do
do
it.
it.
Pops has
You're
wheels.
totally gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna celebrate with doing the 4x4x48 the next
There you
day.
go.
Pretty much. That's
Olive
pretty
Garden
much.
and 4x4x48.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, and then probably some sort of beer mile, just because.
Of course.
There we go. Yeah. No, I love it. I think, yeah, highly suggest a 4x4x48. But Boston qualifying, that's pretty.
Yeah,
I
so
love that
I'm
goal.
gonna give it one more go. Chad said he's gonna pace me, so
Oh, really?
yeah. So
That's awesome.
the last race I did, I was probably going at about a 6 minute over qualifying, and I kind of just was like, I'll just kind of give up, and then so I think Chad's gonna be able to push me. So
Yeah.
Keep you on
That's the
it.
goal.
Yep. Won't
So
let
which
you
marathon is that?
It's Oak Island. It's here in North Carolina. It's literally like 30 minutes from my house too. So I'm like, it's
Perfect.
perfect
That's
because
perfect.
I don't have to travel. I don't have to worry about getting rest, and
Keep
Yeah.
your routine the same. Be
yeah.
awesome.
So yeah, be able to poop and all that kind of stuff is kind of important. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, you
Our
don't.
poop stories always on here.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about that with the traveling. The traveling brings that in. Like you have to get a few days early so that you don't have to, so that you get that stuff going.
I always get places 2-3 days early just for
Yeah.
that reason. Just because I'm like, it's got to come out at some point. So hopefully just before the race,
Yeah. Race day is not ideal.
Not optimal. No.
Yeah. No. Well, that's awesome. I'm excited for you to go after that.
Yeah. So the 4x48 was it? Did you do it all on outside? Did you do it on
Yeah.
the treadmill or anything on the
Yeah.
treadmill?
I did not do any of it on the treadmill. I was just like, I want to do it all outside. Marty wasn't a big fan of me running in the middle of the night by myself, but I did it. Yeah, it is fun. Like I literally could just run down the center of the street in our town. We live in a small town.
That's
So yeah, I loved it. And then at that point, I was like, well, I want to do like 2 marathons a day. And then it was like, well, I want to make it to the end of this row of my miles on my chart. So I think I ended up doing like 52 or 50, maybe even 54 miles. I can't remember. But yeah,
So
Wow.
amazing.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a fun challenge.
It's a
I
great
honestly-
intro to ultra running.
Yeah,
You're
I
considering-
can't wait to hear your bad ideas that you've had. at
Speaking
this
of
point.
which, right?
I'm just saying, So I'll let Caleb lead into that.
Yeah. So when you hear bad idea, it doesn't have to be race specific, but we would love to hear about the first thing that comes to your head of a run or a race or just anything going in life. You're like, this was a bad idea.
You know what? I have put so much thought into this and come out with like not much. I think.
She does so many cool things that people would think were bad ideas. That
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. I know, I do.
But I love that.
I
I mean,
think
we should probably just make this episode like 2 hours long because she still probably has challenges that she hasn't told us about, and probably has goals that are like,
Okay, so if you don't have a bad idea, what's your next exciting, crazy to anybody else idea that you're gonna do?
oh my gosh, I wish I had one. I am really, really intrigued of the idea of doing like a 12 or a 24-hour race, something like that.
Very cool.
I would love to do something like that. I've done like 50 miles in a day and stuff like that before, but nothing organized. So I'd like to do like an actual race where I'm doing that kind of a distance. but I don't have anything scheduled yet. A lot of my stuff is just like spur of the moment. Like I'm like, hey, I'm looking for a new challenge. And a couple of people throw something out, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, hey, here we go. I'm doing 50 miles tomorrow.
So this is how you and Caleb are like teaming up, is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah.
It's just some random. We're gonna team up. We just don't know what yet, and
Yes, at some time in the future.
yeah, it's starting to make sense.
I'm open to suggestions for any challenges. Like one of the things that I thought about was like maybe doing like a ridiculous challenge every month of the year, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'd like to do the 4x4x48 again. I added an extra for it just because my mouth is going weird now. But
We should try and get like a lot of people to do it so we can
I
like
think
talk
so.
throughout the night. Like that would
Yeah.
be really cool. Like have like
Yeah.
a group chat or something. That would
I
be
think-
awesome.
I think that would be really cool. I would love
We'll
that.
talk about that after, Sarah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you don't have any bad ideas just because you're awesome as hell.
Everything's
No,
a great idea.
I think a
And-
lot, like honestly, that calendar challenge was probably a bad idea as
Yeah,
far as
probably.
timing. But I also think that it really set me up really well as far as like if the heat hadn't been a factor, I think I would have freaking smashed that rim to rim to rim. So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
because then I went into my marathon, had one of the best experiences I've ever had in a marathon, like a month later. So I like, it's hard to say bad
You can go back
ideas
and
because
change it anyway, right? So
yeah, I feel like they've all turned out to benefit me in some way.
So
Love that.
okay. So what about when you think of like great experiences, or bibs is how we
Yeah.
call it. So what would you think of would be one of your highlights, or it could be a PR, or it could be just something that happened on that race that made you feel,
Yeah, so I probably have two of them, and I've already
Only
mentioned both
one.
of them.
No, I'm just kidding. The second one you have to
No,
come
I'm
back
getting
another
really
time.
wordy.
No, two is good. Go ahead, two is good.
The first one was, and they both happened this year. So one of the things that I have been chasing for a really long time is a Boston qualifier, and I think that at one point or another, it kind of took a lot of the joy out of some of my running. So I would get done with a race and just be really disappointed in myself after, and I get really hard on myself. So when I did I did the marathon in was that in June, the super marathon. That one, I went into it saying, okay, like to qualify, I would have to have a 3:45. And my PR is a 3:43, and that was my second marathon years and years and years ago. And I'm not there. But I think I can do a 4 hour, and I think 4 hours is reasonable for me. And I think I could break 4 hours. So I thought, okay, let's just kind of reset my mindset going into this race, and a success will be a negative 4 hour marathon. And so that was my seventh marathon. And in all of the other ones, I've hit a wall, and I have like had to walk, run, negotiate the last parts of it. I've never been able to run an entire marathon. And when I ran the super marathon in June, I never hit a wall, and it was the craziest experience I have ever felt in my life. Like I was going along with the 4 hour pacer for a while, and I was like, all right, like we're going, and like somebody dropped their gel, and I ran back and grabbed it and ran it back to them. And then somebody was trying to open their thing, and I was like, here, let me hold your water as we're running. Like, I just felt like everything was just joyous about the run. Like I was just in it, and my body felt great. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, how far are we? And I thought I was like 14 miles in, and I was 18 miles in, and I felt so strong. And I was like, this is weird. And so then I was just like, okay, I think I have to like kind of push it. So I like kind of just picked it up, and I'm like, keep waiting for this wall to hit. And I'm like, it's not coming. Like, what the heck? Like, this is weird. And I'm like 22, 23, 24, 25. And then I'm like dead sprinting like the last couple miles. And I'm like, where did this come from? And it was the best feeling to cross that finish line. And Marty, for circumstances which are all my fault that I sent him to the wrong spot for finish lines, he actually got to be at that finish line, and he videoed me coming through, and we both cried. And like, just, it was like this really cool experience.
I
And
got
it was
feels
like
with you selling that, I feel like anyone that races and like has had one of those
yeah.
perfect days knows just how like Like I get chills even just like
Yeah.
thinking about it. Like
Yeah,
that's
that
amazing.
almost
I
made
love
me
that.
tear up. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was yeah. It felt out of body, and I got like a 356, and I was just like, I felt like I had so much left in the tank, and I was just like, that is a really cool feeling. And I know, like, I treasure it because I know that doesn't happen
Yeah.
very, like, it just
No,
it just lined up for me. And then yeah, so that was like probably the highlight. But I would have to say Chicago was another one, just because I've never done a world major before. Like all the races like that I've done, the rock and roll was the biggest. That was the first one, and I think there's like 20,000 people at that one. But Chicago, you've got over 40,000 people that are running it, and we're talking a couple thousand people maybe tops at any of my other marathons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the crowd and the experience of the Chicago, just the energy was just next level. Like that was my slowest time that I've ever had on a race, but it was such a phenomenal experience.
Right. And you met all those wonderful people around
Yes.
it. So it just like it makes it elevates everything else that, as well. The race
Totally.
becomes a little less the whole thing and just like the weekend.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, those would probably be my two.
Those are awesome.
That is amazing.
those are good ones.
You are so amazing. Like your running stories could go on and on and on and on and on. Like that's
But it's just
the
like
best
this all
way.
over the place.
No, but you're so real about it. Like you tell it all. So it's awesome.
I try. I don't like, because I do truly love running, but like I don't want everybody to think that it's all smiles and happiness all the time, right? Like there's times where you're getting through and it's just like, yeah, you only see like a smidgen of the run, but I do love it, and I think it's an amazing outlet for me and so many people, and it's helped me meet so many amazing people, and I love that I get to sit here and talk to you guys. Yeah, I mean we're so far away, but we just feel like a community,
So
and I
close.
just love that.
Yeah. Well, like you
Yeah.
said, it's like we see literally 15 seconds to 1 minute of
Yeah.
a run that can be hours long. So
Yeah. Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, I still think that the other 90 minutes that you're still sitting there smiling the entire time.
Yes.
That's just how I envision you.
Yeah, I do smile a lot.
I just envision you just going down the street just smiling, and people are like, "What the hell is she smiling at?
He's
She's
just
running."
living life, having a good time.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
If I run by somebody, I'll be like, "Good morning," and they don't say anything back. I'm like, "Or not."
I love that.
I'm like, I take it back.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you don't get that good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll keep
and
my
then people,
joy. Thank you.
if they hear that, they're probably then they start smiling because it's because you're sitting there smiling about it then too.
Yeah.
Great.
But yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So we appreciate you coming on today. It's been a wonderful time talking with you. Sorry that we wasted an hour of your weekend.
Not at all. Not at
Yeah,
all. I'm
maybe.
surprised nobody's gonna bother me. I think I'm talking loud enough that everybody knows that they don't want to like accidentally walk in front of a camera or something.
Oh,
That
man,
might
they're
be a
welcome
bad
to if
idea
they'd like
story.
to. We can get the true story too if they come to be like,
The behind the scenes, the behind the smile.
I'll be like, yeah, hey, does she really smile that much? Come on.
Yes.
No, this time flew past. I mean, it was just a blast talking to you. So hopefully that we get to meet in person and do a run talk run at some point. If not, we'll stick to those. We'll keep doing the virtual ones for sure.
Yes,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let us know about the 5K.
I will.
Yes.
And I would be interested in doing a run talk out in Washington. That would be fun.
Yeah, heck yeah. Got a lot of beautiful spots out here.
I like it. Well, thank you
Caleb,
so
wanna
much.
Close down go ahead, go for it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sarah, for hopping on here with us. I can't wait to hear more stories, and now I got a new running buddy for these crazy adventures that I can't wait.
Yes.
So I'm gonna pick your brain on a couple too. That's like also on my bucket list. So it's been
Awesome.
a pleasure, and we will chat soon. Bibs and
Awesome.
Bad
I love
Ideas.
it.
Thanks,
I-
Sarah. Bye,
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.